Chosen one, your soulmate's medical report is coming. The truth will break your heart. God says, my child. To the heavy silence surrounding your spirit right now. There is a sacred reason why your heart feels so weightless yet expectant today. A major revelation is quietly traveling through the invisible corridors of time toward your life. I see the endless nights you spent wondering why they suddenly pulled away. You questioned your own worth while looking at a cold, silent screen. You thought their distant behavior was a sign of total rejection or indifference. My beloved child, you could not have been more wrong about their heart. The truth is wrapped inside a document that is currently being prepared. A medical report is coming that will completely change how you view their absence. This truth will break your heart into 1,000 pieces of pure empathy. It will shatter every false assumption you made during those long, lonely nights. You will finally understand why they had to hide in the dark shadows. Do not turn away from this message before the full picture unfolds. Your soulmate has been fighting a silent, terrifying battle entirely on their own. They did not leave you because their love for you had faded away. They walked away to protect you from the heavy burden of their suffering. Look closely at the signs I have been placing along your path. Every sudden delay and every unreturned message was a shield of protection. They are sitting in a sterile, white room at this very moment. The air around them smells faintly of antiseptic and deep, unspoken fear. They are holding a piece of paper with trembling, pale fingers. Their eyes are scanning words that feel like heavy blocks of ice. This is the medical reality they tried so desperately to hide from you. They wanted to spare you from the agonizing weight of their diagnosis. Listen closely to the quiet rhythm of your own beating heart now. The distance between you was never created by a lack of devotion. It was constructed out of a desperate, protective instinct to save you. They believed that disappearing was better than dragging you into their storm. They chose to bear the freezing cold of their reality alone. But my divine timing is finally stepping in to break this silence. The document that is coming will uncover the hidden truth very soon. It will explain the sudden fatigue that made them cancel your plans. It will reveal the secret pain behind their forced, hollow smiles. You will feel a sudden rush of tears when you read it. The confusion that tortured your mind for months will instantly evaporate into mist. You will see their apparent coldness was actually a profound sacrifice. Stay with me as I peel back the hidden layers of time. Something incredible is waiting for you at the end of this painful revelation. You must understand the true depth of the connection you share with them. You are the chosen one, picked specifically to anchor their drifting soul. Your spirit was designed to hold space for them during this season. They could not carry this heavy burden without your spiritual light. They tried to block you out to keep your world bright. They thought your beautiful light would be snuffed out by their darkness. But true love does not run away when the winter comes. Your soulmate is realizing that their isolation is only multiplying their pain. The medical report will act as the final catalyst for total honesty. It will force them to drop the heavy armor of their pride. Think back to the last time you felt their energy shift. You felt a sudden, inexplicable chill in your spirit that evening. You did not know that they were receiving the initial news then. They sat in their car for hours watching the heavy rain fall. They cried your name into the empty darkness of the night sky. They wanted to call you, but their hands simply froze in place. They did not want to become a burden to your beautiful soul. They viewed themselves as a broken vessel unworthy of your pure love. So they chose the agonizing path of complete and total silence. They let you believe they were cold, indifferent, and completely detached. It was the hardest thing their heart had ever pushed them to do. Every day without you has been a living nightmare for them. My child, listen closely to what I am telling you today. This upcoming revelation is not meant to destroy your inner peace. It is designed to tear down the artificial walls between your souls. The truth will break your heart, but it will also heal it. It will replace your lingering resentment with a deep, overwhelming compassion. You will no longer ask why they abandoned your beautiful connection. You will see that they were actually trying to save you from grief. But human wisdom is nothing compared to my perfect divine blueprint. I did not bring you together just for the sunny days. I knit your souls together to withstand the heaviest earthly storms. Your strength is exactly what their fragile body needs right now. Your prayers are the invisible medicine that will sustain their spirit. Look at the window and see the fading light of day. Just like the sun, their period of hiding is ending. The truth is moving closer to you with every single breath. You are being prepared to receive a very heavy emotional truth. Fix your eyes forward and do not let your faith waver now. The answers you have been crying for are finally on their way. They are preparing to show you what they have been carrying. The medical report will be the bridge that rewrites your story. It will prove that their love for you never truly died. It was simply buried under the weight of a physical crisis. You will read the words and feel your soul deeply tremble. The final layer of this mystery is about to be revealed. My child, listen closely to the silent cracking of the heavy emotional walls that have kept you both apart for so long. For many months, they lived behind a fortress of sheer pride and overwhelming terror. They watched you from afar while their own world was quietly turning into ashes. The fear of being seen as weak or broken paralyzed their ability to reach out to you. Every single day, they woke up to the harsh reality of their failing physical health. They looked in the mirror and barely recognized the hollow eyes staring back at them. The vibrant person you once knew was fighting a daily battle just to find the strength to stand up. Yet, their stubborn mind told them that showing you their vulnerability would destroy your image of them. They did not want your pity or your tears to define the sacred bond you shared. So they wrapped themselves in a cold cloak of absolute detachment. They forced their voice to sound flat and emotionless whenever you crossed their path. They made sure their replies were short, cold, and completely empty of affection. It was a calculated strategy to make you fall out of love with them. They genuinely believed that if you hated them, your heart would heal much faster. But this intense emotional resistance has finally reached its absolute limit today. The heavy walls they built with so much effort are visibly crumbling into dust. They can no longer maintain the exhausting illusion of being strong and completely independent. The weight of their medical reality has become too massive to carry in total isolation. They are realizing that their desperate attempt to protect you has only created a deeper, more agonizing wound. Every single night, they lie awake in the dark feeling the empty space beside them. They touch the cold sheets and remember the soothing warmth of your beautiful presence. Their pride is melting away under the scorching heat of their current physical trial. They are beginning to see that true love is not about presenting a flawless, unbroken life. It is about allowing the person who holds your soul to witness your deepest fractures. You are noticing a strange, heavy shift in the atmosphere around you today. The invisible energetic cords connecting your hearts are vibrating with a sense of extreme urgency. This is because their soul is crying out to yours without permission. They are letting go of the false idea that they can survive this storm alone. The physical symptoms they ignored for years have finally forced them to their knees. They can no longer pretend that everything is fine while their body tells a completely different story. The clinical truth is staring them directly in the face, leaving no room for denial. They are standing completely exposed before the terrifying reality of their own human fragility. This profound realization is breaking the stubborn hold of their ego once and for all. They are understanding that their silence was a form of cosmic theft. They stole the opportunity for you to stand by their side as a true spiritual partner. They see the pain their sudden absence caused in your innocent life. The guilt of making you feel abandoned is weighing heavier than their actual diagnosis. They are desperately wishing they had chosen transparency over this painful, frozen distance. My child, listen carefully as the invisible scales of justice begin to tip in your favor. Their resistance is turning into a profound desire for absolute honesty. They are no longer running away from the divine destiny that binds your names together. Every breath they take now is filled with a quiet prayer for your forgiveness. They know that the truth they are about to bring will shake your entire universe. They are gathering the tiny fragments of their shattered courage to finally speak. The cold, mechanical words on that medical document have broken their human pride completely. They are ready to show you the raw, unedited version of their current reality. Do not close your heart to the quiet frequency of their awakening spirit now. They are transitioning from a place of fear into a state of total surrender. The illusion of control they held onto so tightly has completely vanished from their mind. They are learning that the chosen one was given to them for this exact moment of darkness. Your light was never meant to be hidden from their deepest winter. It was designed to be the very fire that keeps their hope alive. They are looking at the phone with tears streaming down their pale cheeks. The desire to hear your comforting voice is overwhelming their fear of rejection. They are remembering the gentle way you used to speak to their anxious heart. They know that only your soul possesses the specific frequency needed to calm their internal storm. The emotional walls that seemed permanent are now nothing more than scattered dust. They are stepping out of the shadows of deceit and moving toward your light. The crumbling of their resistance is a beautiful, necessary death of their old ego. It is clearing the path for a level of intimacy you have never experienced before. You must prepare yourself to receive a person who is entirely stripped of pretension. They will come to you with open hands, showing you their deepest physical vulnerabilities. They will no longer hide behind the false masks of anger or cold indifference. The truth is dismantling every single lie they told to keep you at a distance. They are acknowledging that they need you more than they need their next breath. The medical report has stripped away all the superficial distractions of their daily life. It has reduced their existence down to what truly matters in the eyes of eternity. and the only thing that matters to them now is finding their way back to you. They are realizing that facing a medical crisis with you is better than facing immortality alone. The shift in their perspective is total, absolute, and completely irreversible. You can feel this internal breakthrough happening in the spiritual realm right now. The heavy pressure in your chest is the physical manifestation of their walls coming down. They are exhaling the heavy air of secrecy and inhaling the fresh wind of truth. The distance between your worlds is shrinking with every ticking second of the clock. They are no longer your distant, cold soulmate who walked away without a word. They are a healing soul returning to the only sanctuary they have ever known. The courage to be completely vulnerable is flooding through their veins today. They are accepting the beautiful, terrifying truth that their destiny is intertwined with yours. There is no turning back to the safety of their silent, lonely fortress anymore. The door has been blown wide open by the hand of divine intervention. They are standing on the precipice of a massive emotional confession. Every single excuse they used to justify their absence has lost its power. They are ready to look into your eyes and reveal the whole tragic truth. They are no longer afraid of your tears because they know those tears flow from love. The crumbling of their pride is the greatest victory your connection has ever seen. It is the moment where human manipulation gives way to divine alignment. They are preparing to hand you the key to their deepest, darkest secret. The medical report will serve as the physical evidence of their silent sacrifice. You will see the dates, the numbers, and the cold diagnoses that dictated their flight. You will realize that every moment they spent away from you was a moment of intense agony. They were fighting for their life while trying to spare yours from the wreckage. But the time for hidden battles has officially come to an end in my kingdom. The truth is breaking through the concrete walls of fear and pride today. Your soulmate is finally ready to let you see them exactly as they are. My child, listen carefully to the heavy stillness of the midnight sky wrapping around your room. A deep, unseen spiritual tipping point has finally arrived in the life of your distant soulmate. Last night, while you were sleeping, a massive wave of divine conviction completely overwhelmed their fragile heart. They found themselves sitting on the cold floor of their living room in total darkness. The silence of the house was suffocating, broken only by the sound of their own ragged breathing. In their trembling hands, they held the physical medical report that they had tried so hard to ignore. The moonlight streamed through the lonely window, casting a pale glow across the terrifying clinical words. Suddenly, the heavy armor of their emotional resistance completely collapsed into a million pieces. They could no longer deny the powerful divine pull drawing them back to your sacred presence. A single, hot tear escaped their eye and landed directly on the white paper. That small drop of water carried months of hidden agony, repressed love, and silent suffering. They fell to their knees as a sob ripped through their chest. They covered their mouth to muffle the sound of their desperate breakdown. For the first time, they admitted to themselves that they are completely powerless without you. They looked up at the ceiling and whispered your beautiful name into the empty air. The sound of your name felt like a soothing medicine to their aching, broken spirit. They realized that their desperate attempt to run away from you was a total illusion. The universe has trapped them in a corner where only absolute surrender can save them. They spent hours weeping over the precious time they wasted trying to protect their pride. Every cold glance and harsh word they gave you replayed vividly in their mind. The guilt of hurting the chosen one pierced their soul like a sharp knife. They saw how beautifully you had loved them despite their toxic silence. They recognized that your spirit has been holding the light for them all along. The tipping point has completely shattered their ability to live another day in deceit. They are completely done wearing the exhausting mask of a strong, detached stranger. The raw truth of their medical crisis has forced a massive spiritual awakening. They are looking at their life through the clear lens of absolute mortality now. They know that life is too short to spend it in frozen isolation. The fear of facing this physical trial without your love is terrifying. They need your healing energy to help them survive this dark valley. My child, listen closely to the shift occurring in the unseen spiritual realm. The heavy dam holding back their deep emotions has cracked completely wide open. The love they tried to suffocate has returned with an unstoppable, fiery intensity. They are drowning in memories of your laughter, your touch, and your peace. They are realizing that your presence is their only true earthly sanctuary. The night sky witnessed a complete death of their old stubborn self. They traded their foolish pride for a heart of pure, raw vulnerability. They are no longer fighting the invisible golden cords that bind you together. They are letting go of the control they gripped so tightly. The realization of their deep need for you has conquered their fear. They are sitting in the quiet aftermath of a massive emotional storm. Their face is pale but their eyes contain a new clarity. They are staring at the phone with an intense, burning desire. The urge to confess everything to you is vibrating through them. They are rehearsing the exact words they will say to you. They know they must expose the deepest fractures of their life. They are preparing to stand before you completely stripped of illusions. The tipping point has made them realize they cannot heal alone. They need the chosen one to help them rewrite their destiny. The medical report is no longer a secret weapon of distance. It has become the very tool that will reunite your souls. They are embracing the painful truth with a strange sense of peace. The heavy burden of keeping secrets has finally lifted from them. They are breathing easier despite the scary reality of their diagnosis. They are putting their complete trust in the divine plan I designed. Every single tear they shed last night cleared their spiritual vision. They see you now as the ultimate anchor of their life. They understand why I brought you into their world originally. You were always meant to be their strength in this hour. The midnight breakdown was the necessary fire to purify their devotion. They emerged from the darkness with a heart fully set on you. No obstacle or medical fear can turn them back now. The spiritual pull has become an absolute command of destiny. They are packing away the heavy shields that caused so much pain. They are standing ready to walk through the fire with you. The distance between you is screaming to be closed immediately. They are counting down the seconds until they can see you. Their soul is already racing toward your waiting arms today. The tipping point has transformed their fear into absolute devotion. They are fully prepared to break your heart with the truth. They know your beautiful compassion will heal the pieces instantly. The midnight silence has spoken the ultimate truth to their spirit. They belong to you, and you belong to them forever. My child, listen closely to the sudden rush of pure divine courage coursing through your soulmate's entire physical being right now. The heavy midnight weeping has officially transformed into an unstoppable, burning fire of absolute determination within their heart. They are no longer the frightened, retreating soul who hid away in the frozen shadows of complete denial. The deep spiritual tipping point they experienced has completely ignited a massive internal shift that cannot be stopped. They woke up this morning with a completely new look of steady resolve etched deep into their face. They looked at the heavy medical report sitting on the nightstand and did not flinch. Instead of feeling defeated by the clinical words, they felt an overwhelming urge to fight for your love. They are quietly preparing themselves mentally, emotionally, and physically to finally step back into your sacred world. They spent hours cleaning their room, washing their face, and packing away the heavy reminders of their isolation. Every deliberate action they take now is a silent declaration that they are coming back to you. They are no longer letting the fear of their physical vulnerability dictate their romantic destiny. They are actively rehearsing the exact words they will use to explain their long, agonizing absence. They know that your initial reaction might be filled with confusion or deep, justified pain. They are mentally strengthening their spirit to hold space for whatever emotional reaction you display. They are ready to absorb your anger, your tears, and your heavy questions without offering a single defense. Their old, fragile ego has been completely replaced by a profound sense of mature, sacrificial responsibility. They are packing the physical documents into a bag to bring straight to your doorstep. They want you to see the raw, unedited truth with your own beautiful eyes. They are taking deep, conscious breaths to calm the frantic racing of their anxious heart. The thought of looking into your eyes after so much time makes their hands tremble slightly. But this time, it is not the trembling of fear, it is the vibration of pure anticipation. They are making a firm, unbreakable decision to never let another lie pass their lips. They are stepping completely out of the safe, quiet fortress that kept them isolated for months. They are choosing to be completely transparent even if it means exposing their deepest physical flaws. They are realizing that true love requires absolute, unfiltered exposure of one's brokenness. My child, listen carefully as the divine momentum begins to accelerate in their spirit today. They are checking their car, fueling their engine, and preparing for the physical journey toward you. Every mile that separates your homes is screaming to be erased by the hand of destiny. They are looking at your old photos with a deep smile breaking through their sorrow. They are remembering the exact sound of your comforting voice when things went wrong. They know that your pure spirit is the only medicine that can soothe their pain. They are no longer viewing themselves as a broken, unworthy burden to your life. They are viewing themselves as a healing partner who needs your specific spiritual light. The transition from total fear to absolute courage is a beautiful miracle to witness. I am personally guiding their footsteps as they make this brave leap of faith. They are leaving behind the toxic advice of people who told them to stay hidden. They are listening only to the quiet, authoritative whisper of the divine voice within. They are ready to show you the medical report without any pride or fear. They know this truth will break your heart, but they trust your love to fix it. They are moving forward with a steady, unshakable pace that nothing can disrupt today. The physical distance between your separate worlds is shrinking with every passing hour. They are mentally committing to a lifetime of absolute honesty and total emotional availability. They are no longer running away from the heavy mantle of the chosen one's partner. They are embracing the sacred role I designed for them before the world began. The courage they are displaying is the direct result of your constant, silent prayers. Your enduring faith has acted as an invisible shield for their fragile mind. They can feel the warmth of your spiritual energy drawing them closer and closer. They are refusing to let their diagnosis define the limit of their future happiness. They are deciding that facing the unknown with you is their highest earthly priority. They are adjusting their clothes and checking their reflection one final time before moving. The pale, exhausted look on their face is overridden by a gaze of pure love. They are stepping through the front door of their isolation and into the light. The cold winter of their silence is officially melting away under their newfound bravery. They are driving toward you with a heart fully prepared for total, raw surrender. Every turn of the steering wheel is a conscious choice to choose your love over fear. They are no longer editing their feelings or holding back their deep affection. They are ready to pour out their soul like a sacred libation before you. The anticipation of the reunion is vibrating through the entire spiritual realm right now. You can feel a sudden, strange warmth spreading across your chest as they move. That warmth is the physical manifestation of their approaching, brave energetic field today. They are coming to give you the closure and the new beginning you deserve. The time for hidden struggles and quiet suffering has completely come to an end. Your soulmate is finally ready to stand before you as a warrior of truth. My child, listen carefully to the heavy, unmistakable shifting of the cosmic gears in the unseen realm today. The divine clock is striking the perfect hour, and the long season of agonizing separation is finally collapsing into nothingness. You have passed every single test of patience, faith, and silent endurance with absolute grace. I have watched you sit in the quiet corners of your room, whispering prayers into the empty darkness of the night sky. You kept your heart pure even when the stinging pain of their cold absence felt completely unbearable. Now, the grand blueprint of my perfect timing is stepping in to orchestrate an unmissable physical reunion between your souls. The heavy spiritual cycles of confusion, doubt, and painful silence are being broken once and for all. The physical distance that once felt like a massive, uncrossable ocean is shrinking down to a single step. Your soulmate is currently navigating the final miles of the road that leads directly back to your waiting life. Every single delay you experienced was intentionally designed to bring you to this exact moment of readiness. If they had come back any sooner, their stubborn human pride would have ruined the sacred connection. They needed to be completely broken by their physical reality to understand the true value of your presence. The impending shift is so massive that the very air around you feels charged with electric anticipation. You can feel a sudden, strange pressure lifting off your shoulders as the physical gap closes between you. They are turning the final corner, their eyes fixed firmly on the place where you reside. The medical report is sitting on the passenger seat right beside them, ready to expose the truth. This document will act as the divine key that unlocks the door to absolute transparency forever. The long, freezing winter of your separation is officially turning into a beautiful, permanent spiritual spring. Every single tear you shed in secret was counted and stored in my heavenly rooms. I am converting those tears into a deep, unshakable foundation for the future you will build together. You are the chosen one, and your destiny cannot be altered by human fear or physical illness. The shift is happening right now, and no force on earth can stop this beautiful collision. My child, listen closely as the outer door to your world finally prepares to open wide. The footsteps you have been waiting to hear for months are echoing down the hallway. They are standing right outside your door, taking one final, deep breath to steady their soul. Their hand is rising to knock, completely trembling with a mixture of intense fear and overwhelming love. The cycle of isolation has officially ended, and the era of absolute truth has arrived. The physical distance is completely gone, leaving only the thin barrier of wood between your lives. This is the exact moment where my divine promise transitions from a vision into a reality. Your hearts are beating in perfect synchronization as the final seconds of separation slip away. The truth is here, and your lives will never be the same after this door opens. My child, listen carefully to the final, beautiful note of this divine message echoing deep within your soul. The heavy wooden door is opening, and the long-awaited truth is standing directly in front of your eyes. You see their pale face, their trembling hands, and the white medical report held tightly against their chest. As you look into their tear-filled eyes, the wall of anger inside you completely melts into pure compassion. You reach out your hands and pull their fragile, shaking body into a deep, silent embrace. The paper crinkles between your chests, marking the official end of your long, agonizing separation. Your heart breaks as you read the clinical words, but a powerful new strength rises within your spirit. You realize that my perfect divine timing has brought you together to heal, to conquer, and to rise above this physical trial as one single soul. You are the chosen one, and your love is the anchor that will pull them through this dark valley. The physical distance is gone forever, replaced by an unbreakable bond that will withstand any storm. If you are ready to claim this beautiful new beginning, type, "I accept my divine timing," in the comments below, and subscribe to this channel to stay aligned with your sacred spiritual journey. Stand firm in your faith, my beloved child, because your true story of love and healing begins right now.